Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, we're still working on using up that 12 by 12 paper pad. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. Welcome to all of my new friends. Thank you everyone for being here. In a recent video, you guys know that I talked about overconsumption and using what we have and going through our stash and not worrying about the age of a paper, because if you liked it when you bought it, you probably like it right now and it's not out of style. Y'all, I think we have a movement here because in the last 3 days, I've seen several other channels say, okay, enough is enough, or we need to stop this, whatever they're calling it. But I think we're all on the same page with trying to communicate and trying to show through example that we're going to be using what we have. Yes, there will be times when we'll bring in something new, but we all have stashes, and that is what I am going to be doing. That is my commitment to you. I'm going to be shopping my stash. I'm not making a video to chase views or subscribers. I am truly committed to shopping my stash and sharing those crafts with you and sharing ways that we can use all of our papers, even those large prints, even the 2 by 2 pieces, even the pieces that for some might not be considered attractive. There is room for all types of paper in paper crafting, and that's what we focus on this channel. And we are focused on using up a 12 by 12 paper pad. And here is that paper pad. I showed it to you a few days ago. It is called Peachy Evergreen, and it's from Recollections. So I bought this at Michael's, and I am so proud to say that I am almost through this entire paper pad. And I think in all of my years of paper crafting, this is truly the first time that I'll ever be able to say that, because usually I'll craft a part of a pad and set it to the side. I have never taken a pad and crafted it all the way through, but we're doing that. So y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here is a closer look at this paper pad. I have these pieces on the inside because I've already cut out some of the parts that we're going to be working with, but I want to show you what I have left, and I don't have much left. So I started out with 48 sheets. This is all that I have left in this paper pad. And it's a gorgeous paper pad. It had the 6 by 6 cut aparts and the 3 by 4 cut aparts. We used some of the 6 by 6s, and we're going to use some of the 3 by 4s today. And so here's what we're making today. We're going to turn these into little notebooks. We're going to make some awesome 5 by 6 notebooks. And the number of pages that you decide to put in yours is totally up to you. But we're going to dress up the front using those cut aparts and some scrap matte paper. Just like with this one. You open it, and this is the inside, just plain white paper. You can add so much more to this if you want, but we're going to keep ours simple. And then here's the last one. So I'm making these in sets of 3, and I have my last one, and you can see that we have our nice little writing pages. These as a set make a great gift. Then we're going to take some of our papers, and we're just going to make envelopes for A2 size cards. So you can make these, store them, and pull them out whenever you need them. So we're going to take some of those papers and we're going to turn them into nice envelopes that will hold our cards that measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is going to be so easy peasy. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make our little mini notebooks. So I have cut out 4 pages that measure 5 7/8 by 10. And on the 10-inch side, we score each one at 5. So we're going to have these little signatures, which are these here. And all we're going to do is take them and stack them one inside of the other. So I have my 3 sets of signatures, and then I have my 3 jacket covers that measure 6 by 10. And on the 10-inch side, for each one, we're going to score at 5. So that's scoring at 5 on the 10-inch side. So then we're going to fold and burnish all of our jacket covers. And like I said, it really is up to you how many papers you want to put in each one. And so now we have our 3 jacket covers, and then we're just going to take these signature inserts and put them inside. And then I'm going to use my long arm stapler on this project, but you don't need a long arm stapler to be able to do this. If you have a normal size stapler, the type where you can just lift that head, you can use that as well. So all I'm doing is lining up my center mark, and then I am going to insert my stapler. And that's a pretty good placement. A lot of times I'm not that exact, but that one turned out pretty good. And then we put one there. And so now we have these two. We're going to do this on all of these. So all I'm doing is lining up the center mark with the fold mark on the jacket cover. I'm going to place it in, and then I will staple. And there's that one. And if you don't have a stapler at all, you can still make these books, and we're going to make the book using this little piercer here. So I am just going to make sure that I have everything nice and aligned, and I'll take my piercer and I'm just going to punch my hole through, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll just move over a little bit to where a staple would usually fit. And so now I have my 2 holes. I am just going to take one of my staples, and we just feed it through the hole. And then we just need to take it and feed it through the remaining holes. And then we'll feed the last one. So now we have it like this. We can just take that end and just fold those down flat. So even if you don't have a stapler of any type, you can still get the look. It's not always necessary for you to have a certain tool to be able to make something work. Just look around your house, see what you have that's going to work, and then use it. So now I have all of my signatures in my little notebooks here, and I am just going to get these nice and smooth. And on each one, you can see that there is some white paper sticking out. And that's because whenever we stack papers, one inside of the other, it just pushes it forward. That's easy to fix. I'm just going to take my ruler, place it down on the edge of my jacket cover, use my blade, and I'm going to trim away that overhang. And make sure that you have a nice sharp blade so you can get in there and clean this up really nicely. So see how nice and even that one now is? And then all I need to do is the same thing on the others. I am simply going to take my ruler, and I got this ruler from the Dollar Tree a while back. My sister was unpacking some things that I still had boxed, and this was one of the things that she unpacked, and I decided I'm just going to start using it. So it gives me a nice straight edge. And so now we have number 2, and we'll do the same thing with the third one. So I am just positioning my ruler right at the edge of that jacket cover. And so there is my third notebook. We are going to bring in those cut aparts, And I have 3 mats that measure 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to be using the 3 by 4 cut aparts on this. So I am going to put this down using tape. Going to be so simple. And then I'll place it down. On this one. And then I'll take this one. Place it down on this one. And then I'll place this down on this one. And then I'm going to take my tape runner, add some tape to the back, and we can just start placing these down. And take this one, place it right there. And place it right there. So there we have 3 more notebooks to add to that growing collection, and they are just spectacular. So this is one of the ways that we're able to whittle down our 12 by 12 paper pads. So I'm going to bring in the paper pad, and we're just going to pull out a couple of sheets. Doesn't even matter how they look, because we're going to turn them into envelopes for 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch cards. So on the 12-inch side, we're just going to cut this to 6 by 12. And we'll make 2 envelopes together, one of each pattern. So on the 12-inch side, we're going to score at 5 1/2 and at 11 1/8. On the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 5 1/2. We'll do the same thing on this one. So on the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 5 1/2. Then we're going to score on the 12-inch side at 5 1/2 and at 11 1/8. And then we simply need to fold and burnish our scores. And this is a very quick, easy peasy way to make an envelope. We can take some of our papers and dress pre-made envelopes, but in this case, we're going to make our own. So now that I have this folded, where we have that center fold, I am going to angle up, and this will be the center section, and then I'll angle in. So this will be the section that goes like that. And now I'll angle here. Do the same thing on this side. This is the same process that you guys see me use a lot when I'm making envelopes. So we'll angle here. And now I'll come in at a slight angle as I'm cutting down. And we'll do the same thing here. So now I'm going to take my glue, place some glue there, and some glue right there, fold up, and there's another awesomely easy envelope. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this one. So I am just going to fold and burnish my sides. But this time we're going to do something different. we are going to angle here and here, here and here. Then we're going to go ahead and just angle in here and here. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to take these two pieces and join them. That way, if you have something that you need to put in here that has just a little bit of depth to it, then you'll be able to do that. So I am just going to take my glue and add some glue like that. And then we can just join these two. Get them nice and stuck. And now I have an envelope that has just a little bit more depth to it. So if we needed to add something to it, we can. And then if you want to seal this, add some tape along the top, fold over. This is mailable within the USPS postal system. So my plan, with the few pages remaining in my book, I think I have about 7 pages left, I am going to turn those into more notebooks and envelopes. I think that that is a great way to use our paper pad and to use every page in that paper pad. And so here are all of the goodies that we have so far. Guys, we can turn those paper pads into gifts or into sellables, because you can very easily package any 3 of these and sell them at a craft fair or make them a gift. And you can very easily package a dozen envelopes and make those a gift or make them sellable. Y'all, these are things that we can always use. We can always use a little notebook to write in. We can always use an envelope to either put a card in that we've made, or to even put gift cards or cash in it. Just a cute little way to present cash if you happen to be giving that to someone. But what an awesome way to make envelopes using those 12 by 12 paper pads and using all of the papers, even those papers that we would sometimes overlook. I personally am not too fond of this particular pattern, but it works for me as an envelope. So pull out those paper pads that you might have stored in bins, boxes, or totes, and let them work for you. Guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this super simple Sunday video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.